Hey, this PoeticWhiz. I'm going to talk about the new Samsung Galaxy S25 series and what I feel about it. Before I go ahead and talk about the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, here's something I would like to let you all know. I would like to let you all know. This, this is the first time in a while that Samsung I feel has let down in many ways. I feel at least. See, I'm someone who loves Samsung equally as much as I love Apple. Samsung as a company has evolved a lot since 2011, and I feel Samsung has been innovating since the inception. And I've always mentioned this in many ways. Let it be in writing, let it be in my videos and all that. But I feel this time around with the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, I don't see any of it. I mean, I don't see the Samsung I've always come to appreciate, regardless of my love for Samsung and Apple equally. And the S25 series, like a big, it almost feels like an S series to me then, or an S upgrade, whatever it is. A minor upgrade here and there, refinement. Apart from the Samsung Galaxy S25 series feels like is the phone for those who have not yet upgraded to previous Samsung phones or want to try out Samsung for the first time or move from iOS to Android, and Samsung feels the right phone for them in many ways, especially if you consider software and battery backup. So here's what I have to say about Samsung Galaxy S25. The design feels more familiar, more reminiscent of its previous generation of Samsung series. As for the S21, 23 and 24 and now, the design almost feels similar. As for the sizes from the S25, S25 Plus and Ultra, I feel Ultra has gotten upgrades, but Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra has gotten the upgrades, but I feel Samsung has missed out on a bigger opportunity or a mental letdown for many of those who use the Ultra on a daily basis. Especially the Bluetooth support for the S Pen. I feel that's a big letdown. I know only 1% of the people use it, and from their Samsung point of view, it's also fair. But if you look at the niche people who use the Ultra, would have loved if it had supported. Bluetooth support would have been there. I know at this moment I'm waffling, but yes, I like to make Samsung videos, and I want to talk about my perspective of how I feel about the S25 series. So yes, the design feels reminiscent. The colors actually this time around I feel they are great. I know not many people would follow Samsung on a daily basis or a weekly basis, but there's one thing I appreciate this time around. At the same time, I'm a bit disappointed, at least with the colors. When I say disappointed, it's like me nitpicking Samsung in a ways that I only know. As for the Samsung colors, the blue, navy blue, let it be the black, special edition black, the coral, or any other colors for that matter from the S25 lineup, I feel where the letdown has happened for me is because personally I'm a person who would always rock a black iPhone, sorry, a black phone regardless of any smartphone I'm using, let it be the iPhone, the Samsung, or any other smartphone for that matter. I prefer black. If there is no black, secondary would do option, but I feel Samsung giving black as special edition feels like a big letdown for me personally. If it was in the normal edition, I mean whatever the default color as it, then having a special edition, I feel that would be my pick. But then since this is only Samsung website exclusive colors, the black, I feel the best to it. The second option from you is the navy blue. I mean, the blue looks really nice. And if you don't know Samsung, Samsung has been creating this blue for the budget-friendly option like the M35 series and its high-end models. But yes, the colors look top-notch. The great thing is we are getting the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. That's the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip that is more highly customizable for the Samsung phones, and I feel that's something should be a milestone. I feel not just for Samsung but for Snapdragon 8 Elite. And the best part is we are getting those all globally available. Then have a differentiation of the Exynos chips and the Snapdragon chipset. I know Samsung has been not too what do you say consistent or what do you say. They don't know if they want to have the Exynos version only or Snapdragon version only. But yes, I feel we have gotten the twice that I think the S23 series had gotten the Snapdragon chipset globally, whereas the S24 did not get it. It got two different variants of the chipset. And talking about the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, it seems like this would outperform in the iPhone chipset in the coming years and in the coming months. And hope I feel this Snapdragon 8 Elite chip seen in the budget-friendly Android smartphone, especially in the Samsung lineup and the Mi and the Xiaomi lineup, and Poco for that matter. If Poco or Xiaomi want to have it or no, but it would be great, especially for us who use our smartphone on a day-to-day basis. I know I've seen this. I said previously in my one of my videos that Samsung last year with its uh, S24 series had done great with the configuration set. That yeah, many people might argue that there was a variation between the regular and the S series. Sorry, S the plus model basically. But this time around, Samsung has given all the configuration equally. Let it be the regular, the let to the plus, or let it be the ultra. All the configurations are like top notch. Like you get 12 GB RAM and 128 GB storage. Apart from the 256 GB, I think is in the plus or the ultra. I'm not exactly sure, but that is actually your base configuration now. And I love what Samsung is doing with the configuration level. Hope Apple someday follows it. I know they have only reserved it for the Pro Max iPhones, but hope Apple catch up with Samsung in many ways possible, I feel. So yes, there's nothing much of an upgrade I see with the Samsung Galaxy S25 say apart from the chipset. Apart from that, mostly everything remains the same. The One UI, I have loved One UI since the inception, since the time I've gotten to know it. Even a whole lot customization and all that. But with One UI 7, I feel things have gotten a lot better, 100x better. I feel personally. The now bar feels almost reminiscent to the dynamic island what we get on the iPhone 15 onwards. And as for the customization and the animations on One UI, I feel great. I know the AI integration with One UI 7, but apart from that, I feel Samsung has done things better with One UI 7 than what it was previous. It almost feels like a major leap overhaul with One UI 7. That's great, I feel. For me personally, One UI 7 feels like the equivalent to iPhone but 100x better. That's how I would put the One UI 7. And I feel when you move to One UI 7, you will have a more personal connection. What I mean to say is, if you are a designer or if you have been designing for over the years, you know how each individual responds to a certain action, call to action, or how they might use their phones or their tablet for that matters. And that's how you can see those little tiny elements of motion with One UI 7. I feel TechWiser did a great video on One UI 7. I feel you all must check it out after this video. So yeah, but there's one thing I don't know. This is me personally. Whatever I have so far seen with One UI 7, I might be nitpicking this, or I feel this is just me being me. I feel the redesign icon on the One UI 7 looks great, no doubt. But for me, for some weird reason, the phone icon looks like a bit childish or like bit out of place, I feel. Apart from and yes, it's great to see that One UI 7 animation, smoothness, everything is like almost feels like the Flash, where the responsiveness is like almost close to the iPhone software experience, I would say. That's how I would put it. One UI 7 moving forward. As for the camera on the S25 series, I feel they are great. Nothing to, what do you say, like a must-have features or anything like that. But yes, I'm someone who does not take photos a lot. But there's one thing I have come to appreciate. I think this is the first time maybe I'm appreciating also. We have always said the videography on the iPhone is great. Photos come out good regardless of which phone you're using, let it be Samsung Pixel or even an iPhone. But I was very surprised when Alex from Alex Gear Tech had did a comparison of the not comparison basically showed his point of view of the camera feature, and I feel the camera improvement on the Samsung Galaxy S25 series are great. I mean, you can see the color tones and the color shift. I mean, the skin tones basically. I'm trying to tell, and the environment you're in. The photos make look natural and they pop and they feel more pop, neutral, and bright. Basically, if I would tell the camera looks better, like you don't need an iPhone. And I agree with Alex that this time around you can have a Samsung Galaxy S25 series only for the camera features. And so yeah, coming to that, if you want to upgrade, the key thing I would say, if you're a content creator, grab the Samsung Galaxy S25 series only for two reasons. One, if you're into the software side of things. Two, if you're into camera and you're a camera nerd. I'm personally not a camera nerd, but that's something I feel Samsung has improved a lot and it could be possibly seen as well. As for the other aspects of the phone, the chipset is great, camera improvements are great, One UI. If I have to summarize Samsung Galaxy S25 series and if you should upgrade or no, you should upgrade only for three reasons. The chipset, the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, the software UI experience of One UI 7, and the camera. Apart from nothing else is changed. Even if you are owning a previous Samsung Galaxy S25 series and S23, S24, I would personally say not to upgrade because I feel some of the key AI features might make its way to your phone as well. If you are someone who's coming from the S21 series or S22, then I would suggest you to upgrade. But apart from that, I don't feel it's a must upgrade this time around with the Samsung Galaxy S25 series. I feel it's more of a, what do you say, underwhelming, or it feels like an S series S year for me, like minor improvements here and there, but nothing too major, nothing something like we have known Samsung for over the years. I know at this time I have waffled a lot regarding Samsung S25 series, but yes, I wanted to make this video and put it out there. And yes, as for the pricing, I feel I'm a bit bummed. I'm not sure why, but the pricing almost feels come near to the current iPhone lineup. Let it be the iPhone regular or the iPhone Pro and Pro Max. All almost seem nice. They almost seem similar. I meant not nice, similar. One thing I want to let you all know, this is just me, this is my take on the Samsung Galaxy S25 series when it comes to size. Ultra is for those who really want the S Pen. Apart from that, who are looking to upgrade to the size, who are looking to choose between the regular S25 and the Plus. Here's something I would like to tell about my experience. Like, I have been using the Samsung A30 and it's a almost 6.7 inch screen that's equivalent to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. And I can tell you one thing, the S25 Plus should be the phone you should go if you want a bigger screen. If not, you can get the regular and be happy with it. But personally, I don't know why. Maybe this is just my notion or my way of feeling like, okay, I've never felt the same. I've never felt the same for the iPhone Plus series, but for the Samsung S25 Plus, I feel that's the model I would personally go for over the regular. Not because the phone is big or anything like that. Maybe I have internally my mind is like, okay, gotten used to that form factor of the Plus, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus size option. I feel, but I'm usually someone who loves compact phones because in all way it's great. But if I had to pick one for myself, I would choose the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus model only for two main reasons. One, I like the size a lot, and two, like it would mostly be a secondary smartphone for me, as my main phone will always be an iPhone, and secondary would be a Samsung phone. So only for these two reasons, I would go for the Plus. Apart from that, regular would be the one for me. Ultra is mainly not for me because I have no use over the Ultra, and I'm not a camera geek. I'm not a camera geek in any way, and I don't prefer big phones. That's how I am. But yes, I don't see even the profit margin going up for the especially the for the Samsung Galaxy S20 series. Personally, that's how I feel. It might take the crown of the best smartphone this year, but personally for me, Samsung has let down the S25 series in many ways. So yeah, I know this video has gotten a bit longer, but yeah, that's just me being me. I love Samsung phones, regardless of I love iPhone for that matter. But yes, I would suggest you not to upgrade the Samsung Galaxy S25 series. Rather, stick with whatever phone you have and enjoy it for the next 2 to 3 years, or for the next or one more year, and see what Samsung comes up with the next series, the Samsung Galaxy S26 series, and then you can make a wise choice. And by then, the price of the current the current Samsung Galaxy S25 would go marginally down at a reasonable price, and then you can get that. I would suggest. Till then, this is your PoeticWhiz. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's your dream.